to the Big Ditkas podcast.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to the Big Ditkas video and podcast. Everything's going today. We got all kinds of tech. And today, I got myself, Mike Robel.
Fred Lee.
And what are we going to be doing today, Fred?
I think we're doing a mock draft today.
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
We're doing a mock draft because I feel like, number one, people need to see how to do a mock draft. They've never done one before because it's like not crazy fun, but it's good practice.
Yeah.
But also it's pretty good to make sure that, you know, your computer can handle this and you're not going into the interface for the first time on draft day, because that shouldn't be an excuse for after, you know, like I kick your ass or Mike kicks your ass.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Gotcha. The kicking of the ass.
Who? I will kick your ass. I will fight Mike at any time. Like, I'm just waiting for him to like say now, and I will fight Mike.
After all this?
All right. So
after all this, I don't know if I could.
Anyways, I think we should just dive into the mock draft. What do you think?
I think you are correct. Let's get into it.
All right. So Mike is letting me drive. So apologies in advance if anything fucks up while we're doing this. So this page should be.
Hang on now.
What?
I got a drop.
Oh.
Mock, yeah, pick 'em up.
That was worth waiting for. I was warned about this drop, and Mike wanted to play it for me, and I said, no, don't spoil the surprise. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
2018, we're doing a professional show.
Professional. All right.
Professional shows have drops.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Here it comes.
Mock, yeah, pick 'em up.
I know where the first part is from, but I don't know where the pick 'em up is from. All right.
It's all from the same thing.
Okay. So here is your league page, everyone. This should be familiar to everyone. And if you look in the draft section, in that black bar, you will see mock drafts. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see all of the mock draft rooms that are available. I'm going to look for a 10-room draft, and I'm going to pick slot number. Do you care, Mike?
Well, today, I mean, did we talk? We talked about maybe doing not a 10-room one, or drafting either first or whatever. Because
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to do a mock draft for yourself, you want to pick a 10-room draft, and you want to pick or join in the position that you're picking in.
Yep.
That'll simulate the draft for you. But because Mike and I don't want to give away any sort of intelligence about our preferences, let's pick an 8-team draft, and we'll pick position number.
I say we do 2 or 3. Because it'll give us a little bit of time between the picks.
2 or 3 what?
Yeah, because if we're on the turn, then
position
then we'll have
2
to
or
pick.
3.
Yeah. Because then we'll pick twice in a row. So I say we pick second.
I'm going to
or
join
third.
right here. So I click join on this draft room. We're in position 3. No one else is in here. Draft starts in a minute. If no one else joins, we're going to try to, you know what? It doesn't really matter. We can just kind of.
Will it just auto draft then?
Oh, we got Troy, White, and Peters joining us. So
White, and Peter.
We just need a couple other people in here, but we don't really care about the actual results. We just want to show people how to do a mock draft.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Wow, I'm surprised that this is.
So who are we getting at 3? Do you think?
Huh?
Who are we getting at 3? Do you think?
Well, to me, it's either Le'Veon Bell or Todd Gurley who I'm going after.
How like pissed off would you be if I picked Jacksonville's D?
You know, I'm going to say I think picking the defense first in your first pick is probably a good strategy. If everybody in the league could do that, that'd be great.
Sylvain, are you listening?
Yes.
All right.
There he is.
Oh, what?
Yes. Could be Sylvain.
For those of you listening, who's going to listen to this? Chris, if you're listening to this,
you're very kind. You're very kind.
If you hear stuff in the background, like little kids screaming, it's because we're at work and there's a barbecue going outside. It's not because we are in Mike's basement.
I don't have kids tied up in my basement
anymore.
Well, I let them free range. It's better that way.
Free range because the meat's more tender?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Okay. The draft
So
is
what
loading.
the heck is going on now? Now it says draft is loading. So, okay, while this is loading, hold on.
Which word did you not understand?
A draft is now loading.
Yes.
What would you be doing before a draft? Like, what are you bringing to a draft to get ready?
Snacks.
Okay. Do you bring any cheat sheets, anything like that?
I usually have two screens happening, one with the draft, and on the other screen will be any notes I have for myself. I might have lists on a spreadsheet. There's one, you know what? If I do have time to populate one, I will create a table
Okay.
with every team and all the positions, because when I'm looking at these mock drafts, it's hard to tell who's already picked a quarterback and who still needs a quarterback. And that helps sort of, gives you a little bit of insight into, like, maybe if you haven't picked one yet and everyone else has a starting quarterback, maybe you can wait a little bit longer, or tight end or something like that. So
That burned me last year.
that view is not available here, and usually the draft moves too fast for me to like type that in.
Yeah.
So
And you don't care who it is. You just want to track they picked a QB. So if you see everybody picked a QB or two QBs,
yeah, it would be
Yeah.
nice if somewhere on here it said that like one QB left to take, like 8 QBs needed, one left or something like that.
Yeah.
But here we go. So the draft is about to begin. We are picking third, so we're waiting on Troy White and S to pick before us. Now, a couple things that you can do is you can populate your queue. So Todd Gurley, hey, if he's around, we're going to take him, right?
Yep.
At 3. Let's put him in our queue. So you can like just click the star here, and then he gets added to your queue up here. And so if you just kind of walk away, or you got to take care of some business somewhere else and walk away from the draft,
He'd be your next auto pick.
yes. So you want to, if you can, populate your queue. And sometimes, I don't know why, but the system seems to freeze on me every once in a while. So you don't want to get fucked and not have someone in your queue. Also in your queue, that's where you want to put like, sort of like guys you don't want to forget about that maybe aren't on the screen right now.
Yep.
So like
Who are
Steven Gostowski will be added to our queue very soon.
Now, what happens? Because I know in Yahoo fantasy drafting, it'll draft your team first. So if let's say I have 2 wide receivers and need running backs, it wouldn't pick a wide receiver even if that's the top of the chart. It would pick a running back, and then it would go through. So if I walk away and I don't have a kicker or defense, it'll pick a kicker or defense before it starts picking bench players.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's the way it seems to work. So if I have people, I guess you don't know. I was like, if people are in my queue, would that like override it? I guess
I
it would.
don't know. We could try that later.
Oh, we could see.
We could test. Okay, so Troy, pick already. Damn
You
it.
can't. No, the draft has not started yet. Oh no, it has. Troy left. Troy came back.
Troy. Fuck you, Troy.
So he's obviously
Fuck
picking
you,
Todd Gurley
Troy.
because he's going to auto pick here.
So Gurley's gone. Down under in the bottom right corner, you can see who's been taken. That player is now removed from the list. And as expected, Gurley and Bell go 1-2. Who are we taking here, do you think? DJ or Zeke? Or Brown, Saquon?
I'd be taking David Johnson. I think he's safer than Zeke.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, Zeke. I mean, they've had some O-line issues in the last little bit. They just had somebody
All right,
else.
So we're going to
Their center, I think, is
click
injured.
David Johnson. We're going to click draft David Johnson. And now you'll see that David Johnson is on our list. So now we've got to wait a little while for the draft to come back to us.
Yep.
Chances are that these guys will be gone. Who do you want to queue up? Who do you like here? So let's just assume that everyone so there's a line here indicating when our pick is.
Yep.
If everything gets auto drafted, for instance, and it looks like it's going to get close to that.
Yeah,
Keenan
apparently.
Allen could be our next pick.
I'd say Keenan Allen would be, if he's there, I'd feel pretty good about him.
I kind of like Devontae.
Yeah.
And I also like AJ Green too. Just because, well, my team last year was called Gang Green.
I know AJ Green's your guy.
But we already have a running back. We could go back to back. So we could totally like just go off this list and like take like Dalvin Cook, for instance, and have 2 running backs. So there's lots of options here.
So while this is happening then, Fred, like,
Yes.
what is the point of mock drafting? Like, why would I bother doing this? This is clearly taking some time.
Well, you can try some strategies. Like you can see like what happens if I take running back first, and then you can see like how fucked up your team would be later. Or if I take wide receiver first, or if you want to try to balance your team and, let's say I wanted like a running back and then a wide receiver and then like that, see if that works out for you. Maybe you want to start filling up your bench before you fill up your starting lineup. That's an option. So these are all things, and it's going to depend on where you pick in the draft.
Yep.
How you want to do it. And also like once you do enough of these mock drafts, and I expect everyone to do like at least like 60. Well, how many have you done?
It's our turn.
Who are we taking? Oh, they took.
Michael. They took
So Keenan.
Dalvin Cook.
Okay, so do you want to take a wide receiver? Let's take a wide receiver.
I think wide receivers who we pick.
Who do you
here.
like out of the top 3, 4, 5? The next 5 guys are wide receivers. Who do you like
Honestly,
here?
to me, I like Keenan Allen.
All right.
That's my pick. But Michael Thomas is good too.
We drafted Keenan Allen.
There you go.
And we're drafting very soon. What do you think? It says that, we're lined up to take Gronk. How do you feel about taking a tight end?
I've had a pretty good tight end for the 2 years that I did well. And I found like the first year I had Gronk and the third year I had Zach Ertz. And
Okay.
that really helped me out. So I
So-
feel pretty good. But,
If Gronk is here in the next 3 picks, are we taking Gronk?
oh,
We're picking next.
well, somebody picked Fournette.
Yep.
So in this case, do we want to go
And we can take Gronk if we want.
you want
Or
Mike Evans?
no, I kind of want Gronk.
Yeah.
Let's take Gronk.
Okay.
All right. Tight end done. Now we don't have
Elite,
to deal with
elite tight end.
we don't have to deal with shitty tight ends and stuff. It's just
Yep.
kind of set it and forget it until Gronk gets hurt for the 3-4 games that he's going to get hurt for sometime this year.
Yeah, and then
We'll have
pick
like a
somebody.
backup set up
We'll
later.
stream somebody.
Yeah.
And one thing for me when I mock draft, it's not about the first rounds. I find for me, I'm like trying to understand because again, my knowledge of NFL football is pretty limited.
Fuck you, Mike.
That's right. So for me, it's all about essentially figuring out who the guys are in the middle, who I have to start researching and seeing like, okay, this person keeps being, in my decision, so I should figure out who that person is.
Sure. And you can, as you see, like Leonard Fournette,
Yeah.
he got taken way, way out of the order here. Like, is there a reason why? And like, if you find that people are doing that, you might want to consider that too. But,
Yeah.
But don't. He's mine.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't think you were so hot on the Fournette.
Anyways, awkward silence.
I can feel it.
Mock, yeah. Pick 'em up.
Where's that second part from?
It's from the same scene. Then they pick up the Spanish people.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
So
See.
what are we looking at now, do you think?
To me, I mean, looking at the list of the people who are up there, Jordan, like there's still some pretty good running backs.
So do you want to go running back or wide receiver?
Or
Or do you want to take like Aaron Rodgers and just fill out the QB?
no, I think there's better running backs sitting there right now. I think I'd rather take a chance on McKinnon or Mixon.
Okay. So there's a chance we could get Mixon and McKinnon.
Do we want to take that shot?
If we go if everything goes according to this list, we can get both those guys.
Oh, now we got Howard though sitting there.
I don't like Howard.
Okay.
It's our turn.
Yeah, it is. I say then. Yeah, I think we pick a running back here.
All right.
Let's forget about Aaron Rodgers for
Let's
now.
do McKinnon. Even though Howard is a bear,
Yeah.
every time I watch him, he's running into the back of the own line for like 3 yards.
But he's getting 3 yards every time.
That's not good.
Well, what's his average? His average isn't that bad.
I don't know if it's like much more than 3. Could be less than 4. Anyways, we're up soon. We've got 2 running backs already. I kind of think we should maybe balance it out and go with a wide receiver, unless the Joe Mixon is sitting right. Oh, Juju.
Juju Smith.
I like
yeah.
Juju. Or do we pull the trigger on Aaron now? He is sitting right there. Could have like
Nope,
not anymore.
No more.
It's our turn to draft. You want to take Mixon or Juju or who do you like?
I think we could pick. I'd rather have.
I'm taking
Juju.
Mixon.
You're taking Mixon.
in my flex.
All right, there you go.
Done. Flex is done. Wide receiver. So I think we should probably take a wide receiver next. Like
Probably.
we've got 3 running backs here. Let's get some wide receivers and put a couple on our bench.
Yeah. So let's look who's coming up now.
Who do you like here? Let's see.
I like,
Allen Robinson. He's a bear. If he's available, I'd consider him.
Yeah. You think Trubisky
And there's a
for him?
whole crap load of.
Yeah. We weren't looking at that too much.
We could pull the trigger on a QB. Is Cam or Russell just went?
Yeah, I'm not.
Brady's gone.
There
Cam's
goes
gone.
Newton. Oh yeah.
This is
Here
a QB
goes-
run, so you'll notice this every once in a while. There'll be a run on a position, usually tight end, QB, and defense. You'll see a run. Everyone's like watching one guy, and once that guy goes,
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Fuck, my guy went," and then the second guy will go, and then all of a sudden people panic.
Yeah. Evan Ingram, Kenyon Drake.
So
who's coming up for us? So
do you see any like wide receivers that jump out at you?
I mean, Jarvis Landry or Josh Gordon to me. I think those guys are going to have one of those guys is going to have a good year. Jarvis Landry had really good chemistry with Tyrod.
They could both have good years.
I think they both could, but I don't want both of them on my team. But
you don't want to go all in on Cleveland?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
I mean, so that would be my choice. But you were looking at Robinson too.
Well, because see, if I'm doing the picking, and I am right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna want a bear.
Okay, let's pick a bear.
And
I would rather probably have Jarvis Landry. That's me.
Well,
but you guys
decision made for you because Jarvis and Landry was picked by Michael.
Michael, son of a bitch.
A crappy name. We're going with Allen Robinson.
Let's go Allen Robinson.
All right, so now we could fill up our starting lineup with getting a QB. QB is pretty deep though. Let's start filling up our bench. Kind of curious. When do you think we're going to see our first defense taken? We're in we're going to round 7.
Yeah.
You think I think we're going to see a defense in round 7. I think someone's taking Jacksonville.
You think so? All
well,
right.
Actually, they're only
but also again, the system is auto drafting, so.
And there's only 4 live players.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe 8. Round 8, we'll see a defense go.
I think round 8. Yeah. Let's all agree.
Oh, we got another pick coming.
Agree.
What do you think? I think we're weaker at wide receiver than we are running back.
Yeah.
So I'd like to load up on more options in wide receiver, just in case, if.
So who pops out to you? I can tell you pops out to me.
So we didn't get Landry. Do you want to pick Josh Gordon?
We could pick Gordon. I'd pick Gordon, or I'm looking at Brandon Cooks.
I like Corey Davis.
You like Corey Davis? I don't know enough about the Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. He didn't really do a lot last year.
Yeah.
But he's a physical specimen. This guy has.
Let's see. Click his stats.
The stats are here.
The
stats aren't here.
No, that's one thing that is annoying. I find with Yahoo is you can't see the stats for last year on this page. So that's again one.
How do you feel about LaShawn McCoy? Because we could put him on our bench. He might be shitty, but
that's pretty amazing.
It's pretty good value here, and if he comes close to what he's capable of, he's just on our bench.
This is round 7,
and he's trade bait even. It's our turn.
I think you're right. Let's pick.
Taking LaShawn.
LaShawn,
and you can now see him on our bench. All right. So now I think we're looking at wide receivers now. We've got 4 running backs.
Yeah.
Although there haven't been any trades in our league, I don't think, or have there been?
Our league doesn't seem to trade very well.
Trade people.
Yeah, but it's always you're what? Why? Why do you want? Well, why are you giving me this guy?
A 10-team league is considered to be kind of small, actually.
Yeah.
So when you only have 10 teams, there's a lot of people on the waivers.
There goes Jacksonville.
Do we call
round 7? Nope, round 7. You were right though. First, you should have gone with your gut. Go with your gut, Fred.
Should we pick a defense now?
No.
Okay. So are we leaning at? Okay. Are there any obvious picks here? So on one of the podcasts that I listen to, one of the guys likes picking things or people if he feels like he's stealing them.
Yes.
If at this point, oh my god, I can't believe this guy is here. I'm gonna take him because I feel like I'm stealing him. Are there any steals that you see in this next 20 guys? Should we be looking at a QB maybe?
Well, who are the QBs available? So I see some there: Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz.
So you can stray from this list and you can filter up here by position. If we look at QBs, and we have a lot of time before we pick again.
You just pick the offense though.
Stupid Fred. QBs: Stafford, Cousins, Wentz, Garoppolo,
Rivers, Roethlisberger, Luck, Mahomes.
Is there a QB that you want in this list?
I'm pretty happy with everybody up
Fuck
to
Kirk Cousins. Fuck Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, all right. I'm pretty happy with all those people.
Okay, so we can wait on QB.
Yeah.
It's
our turn.
Our turn. So we said we were going to focus on wide receiver. Oh my God, the guys that we were looking at are still here.
I think any of those top 3, I don't like Corey Davis, even any of those guys, I'd be happy with. Let's
go with Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon.
He smokes weed.
He used to. He doesn't smoke weed anymore.
That's such bullshit. Everyone should be allowed. Weed is not a performance enhancing drug.
Now, one question for you, Fred, because I'm loading up on these bye weeks. I see bye week 11, 11, 11, 11. Does that concern you in any way?
You know what? A little bit. The fact that we have, well, at the same position. So we have bye weeks and like running back and tight end are sharing the bye week. Like I like to have like a backup for each player, each position on my bench. So actually, yeah, these guys are no good for McKinnon or Gronk.
See, now I'm fine with it because by week 11, I'll have dropped somebody. I'll pick somebody up.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it.
What are we looking at, do you think?
So you want to pick here?
Is there anyone that jumps out in this list here?
I mean, you wanted Corey Davis before. He's still sitting there.
All right, we're taking Corey Davis.
Like who are people? Oh, they're picking kickers and defense now because again, see, it's the auto pick.
These aren't auto pick. Oh, it is the auto pick. I see.
Yeah. So see, now it's filling up people's roster, which is why these people are sticking around.
I see.
So which is why again, I think it's really important for people to know that because I wouldn't want to like. Yes, Gostkowski is a great kicker, but like we got really awesome wide receivers who are still sitting there because people are filling up their roster.
Do you know Greg Zerline's nickname?
The Zuri.
Nope.
Zoho.
Nope. They call him Legatron.
Oh, I did know that.
Legatron. I think that's an awesome
That's
nickname.
a fantastic
Yeah.
nickname.
And I would take him before Gostowski. So I don't expect to get Legatron. I expect Jimmy to take Legatron or Gostowski first, because I think last year he was the first guy to take a kicker. And I think it was Gostowski. Okay, so we've got on our bench 2 receivers and a running back. Is there a running back here or a receiver here that you like?
So we got Josh Gordon, Corey Davis, LaShawn McCoy sitting on our bench. Right now up there is Royce Freeman, Lamar Miller, Sammy Watkins, Rex Burkhead,
I would say
Jamison Crowder, Chris
not
Hogan.
Burkhead, because I'm actually looking at bye weeks now. It seems like everyone that we're taking is on like 11 week 11 bye. So it's our turn now.
Do you think it may be QB here? But I don't think it matters. No. There's too many. There's enough picks between now and then.
I don't know. There's no one here that I like.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Let's take a defense.
You want to take a defense?
Yeah,
all right. Let's see.
Let's do it. Who do you like? I'm taking New Orleans.
I was gonna say New Orleans. Yeah.
All right.
Why not Denver? Huh? Denver was the other choice.
Denver's good.
Yeah.
They've got a good defense, mediocre offense, so their defense will probably be on the field for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give up some points because they're going to be on the field so much, but Von Miller and Bradley Chubb, they should get some sacks. Yeah, Denver's good, but I kind of think New Orleans is maybe a Super Bowl favorite this year. Like a favorite to make it to the Super Bowl.
I can see that.
Like lose to the Patriots. Fucking Pats. Okay,
let's go.
so
let's get out of defenses.
yeah, we're never looking at defenses ever again.
This is gonna be our pick and one pick here. S is picking.
So at this point, I would like to maybe get another running back, or even is there a nice tight end available? So that sounded really wrong. Yeah.
Well, I see some coming up. Delaney Walker, Trey Burton there.
Oh, let's take it here. It's like we're really reaching here, but I'm gonna take Trey Burton.
Let's do it.
Is there anyone here that you would rather take ahead of? Oh, Cooper Kupp.
You know, I like Cooper Kupp
I didn't know that.
because he was on my team last. And like, what a great name! That's an amazing name right there, Cooper Kupp. But let's take Trey Burton.
All right, so
Let's do it. Let's
He's
reach.
all right.
Let's throw this computer off its game.
Is he? He's our second bear.
Bear number 2.
They do say the Bears could be the Rams 2.0.
Yeah,
But everyone says that.
well, they gotta say it
Why they gotta?
because there has to be some hope.
Oh, but these are non-Chicago fans that are saying that like Chicago.
Well, they've done a lot of changes, and people like what the tools they've brought in. Allen Robinson and Trey Burton,
And they're saying that, like this is kind of the model. Like you get your QB first, and then you start like giving him the weapons in the next year. That's what the Bears have done. So
I'm thinking at this point,
does it really matter?
well, we need a QB,
Oh,
and I see some sitting there.
let's see. Is there a QB that you want to take? Our options are.
Do you hear that?
I heard a little click.
Yeah.
Cousins, Garoppolo, Rivers, Roethlisberger, Luck, Mahomes, Ryan. Whole bunch of guys still available.
No, there
Cousins
goes
just went. So did Stafford.
Cousins. So
I think so. Because of the pickings available, I would like to take 2 QBs, one starting, one backup, just in case.
okay.
So if we're gonna roll the dice a little bit, who has the highest upside here in this list as we watch Roethlisberger get taken?
To me, either Matt Ryan or Alex Smith would be my thought.
What?
Or well, no, okay, sorry. Highest upside, maybe Mahomes
Okay, I'm taking Mahomes.
because he's got crazy arm.
That
And we're
arm.
picking it back up too, right?
And we gotta pick. So our next pick, maybe let's, unless there is another. So who else do we need? We need two more bench players and a kicker. We're not taking a kicker until the very end, right?
No, we'll be fine.
Okay, so let's take another backup quarterback,
I think so.
and then we've got.
It's
What do you
pretty
think?
solid.
What do you think? Another receiver or running back, or best player available?
I wouldn't mind having another running back because we got a lot of 11. Oh no, we're fine there. No, we need another running back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there?
Oh, but there's
Oh.
Cooper Kupp sitting still there and Devin Funches. I like Funches. What a great name.
So okay. So actually, we said we were going to take a quarterback, maybe.
Well, see, and this is where again, if you knew all the other teams in your league had
Two quarterbacks.
two
already,
quarterbacks, like who cares?
then
right?
you would wait.
There's a lot of options here though.
Remember, this is an 8-team league, so
Yeah.
every team will be filled with stars.
Yeah. So let's not worry about this second quarterback.
All right.
Should we?
Running
Should-
back? You want a running back?
Well, let's go look at the list again.
Okay. Running backs.
Who are you looking at? Because this is recorded on audio as well.
Let's see.
I hope.
Why are you pointing that out? I assume that they.
Because
audio is
I
recorded.
realized we're also. Oh, it's our turn to draft, by the way.
Oh, okay. Running back. Gun to my head. Sony Michelle, maybe.
Sure, let's go. I think we got pretty good solid running backs. So
Chris Carson.
whoa,
Ronald. Prashad Pitt. Sony Michelle.
let's do it. What's Sony Michelle's injury? He's just.
So beside his name, there's a little like white cross.
Yeah, I don't know if we can.
If you click it,
Yeah,
it tells you
can't-
nothing.
Not when he's up there.
Fuck. How do you open up? The
You'd have to
notes?
now show drafted players and find him. But we have to. Oh, we're good. So do search show drafted on the right side there. Yeah. So click on the show.
Oh,
drafted,
I see. Okay, then I go down.
And now
to
you can see,
find
or you can search for Michelle.
Sony Michelle.
There
And now
it
I
is.
can click his thing. No, I
Oh,
can't.
Click
Usually
on
there's
him.
like notes beside.
I don't want to give notes. Another reason why, again, you should have something to reference,
Right.
or a quick Google search.
So do you want to? Okay, so do we want to take a backup QB? Or,
Yeah, let's take a backup QB then. Or do you want to go for a
like
sleeper?
but do you need a backup QB if there's going to be tons on the waiver?
I think
'Cause-
you're fine.
Okay, so is there like a handcuff or a backup for any of these guys that we want to take? Because if you just leave it to me, I'm taking a bear.
3
Like,
bears?
I see Tariq sitting here. I can scroll down and find like maybe an Anthony Miller. You know what, Mike? You can pick this last guy.
Hey, great.
Yeah. Well, second last guy. Kicker's their last guy. Unless there's a kicker you want. Tyler Eifert. Oh, look, there's a tight end around here.
Oh yeah.
Njoku, Jordan Reed, Tyler Eifert. All got some upside.
My choice would be Will Fuller,
Okay.
based on what he did last year with Deshaun
Will
Watson.
Fuller V.
He's the 5th, and he looks good. Like that's a good. He looks like he's fast. Like, he looks like he's running in that picture.
His dreads
His
do
hair,
look
yeah.
like they're kind of flowing. Like, you think they have a fan on them?
I think they might.
All right. So, I think in our league. Oh wait, you have to take a kicker now.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to fill out your roster. So.
Well, I don't think we have to in this mock draft.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take one. Who do you?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Does
I'm gonna go with.
What do you think about when you're looking at kickers? I know what I think about.
I try to think about a team that they're like okay and but they're not quite that good. So they're going to get close. Like last year, like San Francisco, I picked them a couple times because I was like, you know what? With Garoppolo coming in, he doesn't know the system so well. They're going to have some, like they're going to move the ball, but not enough to get.
How'd that work out for
scores.
you?
It worked okay, I think.
Okay. I look for good offenses in general.
Yeah.
I figure they score, he gets a point. If they don't score, he gets 3 points. So I just look for like decent offenses. Like,
How'd that work for you?
that's my general sort of strategy, and in the past it sort of worked. Like right now, I'm like looking at Jake Elliott. I think Philadelphia is going to be a pretty decent offense,
Let's do it.
and Jake Elliott drafted. We're done. That is our first mock draft.
So you want to read over the
With the team that we
team?
selected?
Yeah.
All right. Our starting QB is Pat Mahomes, 2. Wide receivers are Keenan Allen and Allen Robinson. Running backs are David Johnson, Jerick McKinnon. Tight end is Gronk. Our flex is Joe Mixon. Kicker, Jake Elliott. Defense, New Orleans.
Then on
But
the
a
bench.
star-studded bench with LaShawn McCoy, Josh Gordon, Corey Davis, Trey Burton, Sony Michel, and Will Fuller. That's a pretty wicked team.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's not a team like that is not going to happen in our league just
No.
because the 2 extra teams really dilutes the talent.
And this is why mock drafting is so important, because as you know, as we were getting through, we were picking players who were further down the list again to know who to research, who to look into, and let's see what they ranked us.
Will it be ready already?
Well, no, but they'll say now like the standings on the right side. See standings.
No.
So you can go teams. This is the team.
Oh,
you can
I
see
see.
each team. This
Wow,
will actually show you.
You dig way into this, like way deeper than I did.
No, I just find this kind of funny because I'm like, this is stupid. Like, this doesn't make any
Ah,
sense.
So it's projecting us to finish 5th
Yeah,
behind Michael, Troy White, and then 2 auto-drafted teams.
right. And that's because each of those, they pick 2 QBs. So they have way more QB points than we have.
Oh, this is looking at the entire roster.
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
That's stupid.
So Michael, he didn't pick a kicker, but is like, oh, so he picked extra players, so he gets more points.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't make much sense. That's why I look at this, because I think this is pretty silly.
Well, that's why I think you can't just use projections to, or be angry when projected stats don't line up with actual stats.
Well, I look at it last year. Last year, I drafted David Johnson first, Des Bryant second. So that was like guy who played like what, half a game.
Okay.
Des Bryant, who really had a bust season, and Todd Gurley was my 3rd round pick. Like,
And he carried your team at the end.
pretty much. Like, again, if I had made it in the playoffs, I was just a couple points away from making it in the playoffs.
You were so
If I-
close last year, Mike.
If I
You
had
were
made
so
it in, I
close.
would have won.
You could taste it.
If I had made it, I would have won just on Todd Gurley. But again, like, that was a 3rd round pick. So that means literally there were 20 players ahead of me, and I mean Todd Gurley finished. He was the best running back in the RB1.
Who's this year's Todd Gurley?
Who's this year's Todd Gurley? Well, some analysts were talking about Melvin Gordon and Todd Gurley because they both got drafted
Yes.
similar. And so apparently Melvin Gordon was saying, like, you know, the first year Todd Gurley got him. The next year Melvin Gordon did better. Last year Todd Gurley was better, so he's like, this is my year.
All right.
So maybe Melvin Gordon?
You believe Melvin? You don't think Melvin's a liar? Anyways,
He's got the talent. What do you think?
I think he's a safe pick. He's not a very exciting pick. I don't see him as the next Todd Gurley because I remember like Todd Gurley in his rookie year. He was pretty explosive. Like he didn't play all year, but the games that he played, oh my god, he was awesome. I don't think Melvin Gordon has that kind of talent. I don't know. We're looking for someone explosive with all the tools. That's kind of unknown and young.
Well, I mean, you could look at like a Joe Mixon
that's what I was thinking.
because he didn't have the opportunity last year.
Yeah, could be Joe Mixon. Yeah. Oh, I don't know your point. Oh, get closer to my
Get
mic.
closer to the mic.
All right, I was leaning back.
Who
Now,
else?
I'm like really close to the mic now.
It's just
like-
awkward now.
It's awkward
That's
for
just
you.
awkward.
Um,
I hope this audio
Hello.
recorded. Well, I guess I got this
all
audio.
right, are we gonna do another one, or is that good? Do you think?
Another mock draft?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I think that's too much.
well, this. We're at 34 minutes right now.
This is too long. Okay,
This is
we
way
should
too
sign
long.
off. Wait, I thought there was another drop.
Mark, yeah.
Pick 'em up. There is another drop, but we didn't get
Oh.
to what we were gonna do.
I'm sorry.
Do
So,
you want to hear it?
well, do you want to like frame it so that it's relevant to what we're talking about?
Well,
or-
I mean, you know, the other thing that we wanted to do this season, and in terms of actually getting people to listen to this thing, instead of just as an experiment for
Right.
you and I to do it, was to interview all the other owners,
right.
right? So I needed something about interviewing the other owners.
Yeah, get to know the owners, because many of us have never met in person. I put this league together, and like there are people that I've never met in person, or even spoken to ever. Steve, Jeff, like I almost don't believe you guys exist. I think you guys are like made up by Chris a little bit.
My assumption is that Fred made up all of these people to bilk me out of $50.
Well, you know Mike.
Yeah, but you were probably like, well, you don't know that much about fantasy football, so your friends probably don't know that much.
It's a lot of work to make like
$50,
$250. Because
because it's all you, so you don't make the $50. You only make $50. If everybody else is made up, yeah,
right.
That's what I mean. You're literally just trying to take $50 from me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So yeah, we want to
do
do
a bad scam though.
We wanted it's an awful scam.
What do you no? But think about it. Like
you can't. It doesn't scale. It takes a lot of effort. That's too much time. Like the dollars per hour. It does not work.
But okay. But you're already playing in other fantasy football leagues, so like you're gonna do the work. You're already there.
No. It doesn't scale. I could make more panhandling.
Well, I'd like to invite each person in the league to another fantasy football league. There's only a $50 buy-in.
So everyone in the league, we will be reaching out to you and maybe asking to do a little interview on a podcast so that everyone gets to know each other. We'll call it Meet the Owners. Please tell me you added the wind chimes yourself.
I added the wind chimes.
Do you have wind chimes at home?
No.
All right.
No, I don't.
Very nice, Mike.
I had to rip those off of YouTube.
I shed half a tear listening to that.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Yes, we're getting to know each other.
I was worried that you wouldn't like the wind chimes, so I also did this.
No, that's my favorite part. Yeah, that one's like missing something though.
I felt it needed something.
All right. So, FYI, we'll be reaching out. And I need $50 from everyone, and I think we're good on the draft date, but I'll send out a note about that. Thanks everyone for watching and listening.
I hope some people did.
Chris, I think you will listen to this, maybe. Mike will.
Mike might. Mike's
will.
he's positive.
Yeah.
And then I assume that
if you guys listen, let us know.
Just let us know it's worth the time.
It's not going to stop us if we don't hear from you, but maybe you can give us some tips or some requests or something.
All right. For Fred Lee, Mike Vrobel, see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.